Hey, welcome to another Valley Forged. Yes, I am in Vietnam right now. So I know I haven't been making a lot of videos, I'm out doing my thing. But I have put together this series on should you buy? And I'm only doing 3. So that just lets you know I'm honed in. As I said in the last video, I really don't think that a lot of the laser companies are going to be around for years. That's just my opinion. And so I'm going to focus on the ones that I feel good to recommend. And it should be no surprise to anybody that I'm going to recommend the Roly LaserMATIC. I mean, that's my machine. That's the one that I use. So I guess it totally makes sense, right? If I didn't, now that might be an issue. I've tried just about every diode laser on the market, and I ended up with the Roly LaserMATIC XW, the 3010 model. So it's their best model, and no looking back. No regrets whatsoever. There's no way that I would choose something else even now. But doesn't mean it's right for everyone. No, of course not. So, do your research. Now, I have videos on all the machines. You can look them up and make the best decision for you. And of course, like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. And I have links below for everything I'm going to talk about. So I run both the YouTube channel you're watching and a full-time laser business, which has allowed me to take a 3-month vacation. So I have a little background on what I'm doing. And of course, I need to make all of the stuff that I want to sell. So if you go to my Etsy, I have links below for both Roly Automation, where you can get the LaserMATIC, and also for my Etsy. Now, you could see all of the files there that I actually sell. I make leather wallets, I make coasters, I make Lord's Prayer crosses, I make all kinds of different things, keychains, whatnot. The exact ones that you see that I have on my Etsy, as far as patterns, they're light burn patterns mostly, especially if you're going to be using a Roly LaserMATIC. And all of those are the ones that I actually sell. And so I have to make them all on the machine that I get, obviously. So this is what really brought me to the decision that this was the perfect laser for me. Partially because of the XW size just made everything so much easier. I get my wood from Craft Closet. That's the 3rd link below. And at Craft Closet, a lot of their boards make 12 by 19. And I just love just being able to just throw them in. I don't know, no second thoughts, you just throw the thing in. You need a little extra space, you got a little extra space. And it's consistent. The honeycomb bed, the place where the wood sets on, is fixed. So every single time it's going to go to that exact spot. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail for people that are new, but this makes a world of difference. There are a lot of people who spend so much time trying to get that fixed and get it in a perfect spot and stay there. Well, it's already done. And I just sure when I put the piece of wood in that it's gonna come out the way that I mean it to. And that's so important. And if many of you have used other lasers, you kind of know what I mean. Inconsistency will drive you insane. And especially if you're running a business, I need to know that the job's going to get done and it's not going to break down, or it's not going to lose power, or not going to stop in the middle of a job, which is really by far the worst thing. So let's go down the list of the reasons why I think Roly Automation, who makes the LaserMATIC, is the best company on the market. And one of my top 3s, but I will say it's the best. Because customer service, well, it's a no-brainer. I don't think anybody else in the business even tries to say that they have as good a customer service as Roly does. Does it mean it's perfect? No, don't think that you can just do anything and they're going to be okay with it. They are the best customer service on the market. You can also go to the Facebook group, and the Facebook group will often help you to do what you need to do. And I think that's really important, because if you go to a lot of the Facebook groups for different lasers, it's just people hating on the machine. And that's one of the things you're not going to find very often on the Roly page, because mostly people are just able to use it. Now, it's just like any other machine. It does require maintenance. It can break down. Don't go thinking that, you know, I can just run this thing forever without cleaning the lens or something like that. But I have videos on all of that, you know, so many videos on this machine because it's the one I use. It is a beautiful machine. You know, easy to say that. I love looking at it. I love that you can see through. At any point in the machine, I can see through and see what is going on. And you know, some of the other machines, even ones I recommend, you can't really do that so easily. And that's really one of those intangibles that it just means so much. I think the amount you pay for what you get is about the best on the market as well. There are others that I would say they're great lasers, but you have to pay extra to be able to get the same amount. I mentioned about the size of the machine. I love the XW. It's just my, you know, if you can afford and be able to have the space for the XW, I think it's just a great way to go. But if you get the regular size, you know, that's what I had before, and it was wonderful. Just having that extra little bit, it was kind of nice in some situations. Again, there are many great lasers in the market, and I'm not going to try and talk you out of some other ones. If you watch my 3 videos, I think I would stick within that as best you can. But many great lasers on the market. We're very fortunate to have such a great selection at this particular time, and we can get a lot done. Now, I haven't mentioned the LaserMATIC, which is Roly's next product. And there's a couple of reasons. There's really not a lot of information on that machine out there. If you go to Rich Louisiana Hobby Guy, you'll see, you know, a video or two, but really not a lot of, you know, stuff on it yet, because it's not finished. And that's probably going to be the end of June, beginning of July, and that's even for pre-orders, you know, so we've got a ways to go, and it will even be the right machine for you. You know, all these things are hard to say, so I'm not really going to say too much about that. I think that if you wanted to start a business this year, getting the 3010 and just get started, because Christmas is coming. As many of you that watch my videos, you will know, for me, it's all about Christmas. I like to just work as hard as I can all the way up till Christmas, and then I like to take 3 months off. And no, you probably won't be able to do that your first year. But the majority of money that you're going to make in a laser business is generally around Christmas. So I try to work that way. But again, these are just my opinions, my thoughts. It's not going to be perfect for everybody. It's not going to be right for everybody. But what can I do? This is my channel. I've used a ton of lasers. I love this one. And I feel actually honored to recommend the Roly LaserMATIC. I mean, it feels very good to be able to have something that I feel good about recommending and have no hesitancy. So one more video to come on the Should You Buy series, but I hope you learned something in this one. And again, I have tons of videos on all of these lasers, so I suggest you go take a look and look around before you make a purchase. But again, hope you learned something, and I will see you in the next one. Love y'all.